welcome to the 6 Feet Apart podcast. I am Aiden.
Well, I'm Jacob.
And we're just going to talk about random stuff.
Starting with Midnight Gospel.
Yeah, so the show Midnight Gospel on Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is a Netflix original. And it's really trippy. It's like psychedelic colors and all that. They just talk about random shit every single episode.
And the first episode, this guy, do you know his name?
Clancy,
the main character. He goes into a simulation because he's in this one, I don't know where he is. I think he's just in space somewhere. Yeah, he's just like in space.
Yeah, he just lives in space.
And he just like picks the simulation, like different Earths and other planets like that, and he travels to these planets to make different podcasts. In the first episode, he meets this president of this one world, and there's like all these like zombies, and I think that's like for comedic relief.
Yeah. It's kind of, there's a lot of scenes where just in the background the zombies are like eating somebody, and it's kind of like gruesome and all that, but they're just talking about like, I think they were talking about drugs or something.
I think so. First episode. Well, they were just talking about life. Well, the first episode they were talking about what psychedelics were like, and then they what else did they talk about?
The meaning of life.
Oh yeah.
Talked about that a little bit.
What was the second? Oh no, wait. It's supposed to go in the second episode.
I was gonna say the end, because like the end of the first episode, they all get turned into zombies and all that.
Oh yeah, but then
they're still talking.
But it's really peaceful, like
and
they reach like tranquility.
Yeah, they like reach nirvana and they turn into zombies and all that.
It's so cool.
Oh, and then I just thought this was funny. I loved it. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a big part of the show or whatever, but there's this dog. It's like a vacuum cleaner. It just like sucks stuff into its stomach. And like one point in the episode, the president was just putting guns in the dog. And then later he took the guns out of the dog, and then maybe in the second episode or something, Clancy throws something into the dog's stomach, and then the dog like wakes up and all that.
I don't remember that. I just remember him shooting the pool balls into the dog.
Oh yeah,
when they were knocking him off the table and stuff like that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the show. It came out only like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it premiered like a couple weeks ago. I was gonna talk about something else, but I forgot. Oh yeah, also the art style for the show. I don't know, I just liked it because the first episode, the president's like super short, and so Clancy's like this big dude, like buff dude, and the president is just like walking along, but he like trips on stuff and he's just like following it, like walking along with Clancy and everything. And it's pretty funny. And then in the third episode, I know Jacob hasn't watched it yet, but there's also there's like a ship that's controlled by cats, and the cats are like, they move in a similar way.
Is there a point in the episode? What's the
cats episode? It's really, it didn't strike me as like normal compared to the first two episodes, but he's just like walking around with this like dude who's like he's like a fish, but it's in a robot, and he's just walking around, and he's on a ship that's controlled by cats, and they're just like doing random stuff and talking about it. They're talking about something. They're talking about like Buddha and magic and all that, and like Buddhism and supreme deities and like a ton of stuff. And it was really weird. And then at the end, they just like this like big Buddha dude, and then the fish guy like fought. They like drowned each other, and it was really weird. And then the ending of every episode, Clancy like blows his horn, and then a third eye pops out on his head, and then he like transcends out of the world he's in, and like goes back to his home, and then he always gets shoes, and so he puts the shoes on the shelf, then goes to his computer, and he's like, thanks for watching, and like to his podcast or vidcast or whatever we want to call it, and just like, thanks for watching, see you next time with all that. And
that's interesting. The show's really hard to follow. It's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of shit. But yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Next.
Sir.
Okay.
So wait. Okay. There we go.
So the second part of the podcast for today, I guess we'll just talk about like philosophy and
Buddhism.
Yeah, and Buddhism. So we're both Buddhist.
Yeah.
If you found me from my other channel, I'm a longboarder as well, but I want to focus on this too because this was a dream. And so I made a video a while back that was like, I'm Buddhist. It was pretty cheesy to see, but yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. To me, like, Buddhism is just like, it's just a way of life. It's not really a religion. It's just being a good person and trying to help others and be selfless as possible.
Yeah. And like Buddhism, in some ways I feel like it could be considered a religion because people follow it and like they're really
like adamant about it.
Yeah. And like they care about it, and I guess it's like any religion. There's people that just like care about it a lot.
Do they take donations? Right?
Yeah.
Regular churches do?
Well, because we did see one Buddhist monk downtown that was selling those bracelets.
Well, how do you know he's Buddhist? He just be like
He was wearing a robe.
Well, I know, but like
and he had a shaved head.
but like, how is he like Buddhist? What if he's just trying to, like, what is his organization?
I guess, I don't know. I just thought.
Or because you don't have to be part of like an organization, right? You can just practice Buddhism by yourself, right?
Yeah, that's what I did originally. Because you're the one that got me into the chanting. So.
Oh yeah. I stopped doing that actually.
Yeah,
I just started meditating.
Closed,
well, I know that, but like I've been meditating.
Yeah.
Now and stuff.
I've been meditating, mindfulness.
Yeah.
I guess that's another good point. Mindfulness, like just being aware of how your actions affect other people. It's really hard though. Like it's just a simple word, but
this other thing, I saw a video on it. It's just like when you get angry, of not like just doing the first thing that comes to your mind. Just like be present of the emotion you're feeling, and then just go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, and like also be present on how the emotions affect the others around you.
Yeah, and then if there's not like only one perspective, like they can feel it different way.
Yeah.
So,
and I guess back to Midnight Gospel. The third episode, they do talk about mindfulness quickly.
I think they talked about meditation, mindfulness, the first episode. They were like confusing the two or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or the one guy was confused about it.
Yeah, the president too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I guess with mindfulness in like my everyday life, it's hard. I guess it probably gets better like once you do it every day and you think about it, everything you do, but just like randomly, because me and my brother, we have like, I don't know, just like slap each other or something like that. But sometimes one of us go overboard, something like that, and the other is like angry, sad, all those. And I think mindfulness, just like every day, if I do that, it would affect my my way of thinking, how my brother and I mess around.
Yeah. I transcended just now.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. We could talk about biology. Did you know there's this thing in Arizona? It's like 4 acres or something like that. And I just saw it this morning. And they're trying to recreate Earth. Well, they did, kind of. They tried to recreate Earth, and they had these like astronauts, but they were called I don't know what exactly they're called, but they tried to stay inside this like biosphere, for as long as possible, and then they realized after. You okay?
Yeah,
you
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Okay. You're like crying for a bit.
Oh, because it's like a big drink of water.
Well, anyways, they tried to live there, but after like 2 weeks, the oxygen started getting really low, and they had to like take outside oxygen and put it into it, and that was like the whole point, was to make their own ecosystem.
Yeah.
And then eventually they did the end of tests, but now they're just in modern time, they're just trying to preserve the ecosystem that they made and trying to improve it every day, learning off like the Earth. Yeah. It's just like pretty much one big giant science experiment now.
Yeah.
So.
I heard about it too. Well, I heard about it through the Museum of Nature and Science in Denver, where we live. But I heard about it as in they're trying to figure out if we could live on Mars or the Moon by making a biosphere and living in the biosphere instead of like adapting to the environment itself. And so what I saw was like the similar thing. They started running out of oxygen, and also the people, like I saw another one where they were sucking oxygen in from outside, and the people started going crazy because they saw the same person. They did the same thing every single day, but it was like I don't. There's like I guess I'll connect this back to Buddhism a little bit, but there's like a Buddhist philosophy thing that, and also it's Taoist too, but that if you do the same thing at the same time every single day, then the world will become less like scary to you because you know what's going to come next every single day.
Isn't that just insanity though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And like, I don't think it would work for everybody because those scientists started going crazy, doing the exact same thing every day.
Oh yeah, that's not true.
But also, the thing with the Buddhism might be that you're not locked in like a biosphere, and you don't have to like you're not self-sustaining. You're not like being self-sustaining or whatever. But with the biosphere, you are like, if you don't do the same thing, then you could die. Like, they wouldn't die, but like that's the thing that goes through your mind is that if we don't grow this food, then you'd die, or you could die.
The greatest explanation.
I don't know.
It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
We're just saying like a lot.
Yeah.
Where you go on Spotify? Get up a Spotify podcast. Stupidest thing.
That would be cool.
It's actually not that expensive. You only pay like $20 a year, and you can upload anything to Spotify.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's
a
a podcaster I listen to that like is sponsored by like a free podcasting network or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So like promoted or something?
But
oh wait, do you know how bread is made? It's pretty cool. Bread is just like they have like the wheat and stuff. I saw this video is the how it's made thing, and they just it's just like so weird. They have like all these machines that like cut the dough into like little pieces, and then they heat them up and bake them, and then they I don't really know exactly what they do, but it's really cool watching bread get made. That's all I got to say. Also, wait, do you know what windmills do?
yeah.
Do you know how they work?
Mm-hmm. Well, the wind goes through them and it makes energy.
Well, no,
it spins like the knob thing.
But how did they used to do in the old days, like with making flour? Weren't they in windmills? Like making flour in windmills.
And then the wind spins and like stirs the flour.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. That's what I thought. Because like now when they make energy, it's just like it spins like a big rod something, right?
Oh.
And like stirs water, which makes energy.
Oh, it stirs water?
Maybe. I don't know. Something like that.
I thought like the power just goes directly and transforms it from like DC to AC. Or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But something like that though. Yeah.
What else?
What else? I guess we kind of went on a tangent away from Buddhism. We kind of started talking about more stuff.
Bread is connected to Buddhism.
Bread?
Yeah, like you just give people bread, and that's about it. You just give people bread, and now they're not hungry.
I guess it's like that story from Christianity, where it's like, or I don't know, maybe it's not Christianity, it's something, but it's like you give a man a fish and it feeds him for
Oh,
a
and
day.
then the fishing.
You teach him how to fish and it feeds him for his life or something.
Isn't
like
that just what's the word for that? I don't know. A cliche? No, not
cliche?
that. Is that a cliche?
Wow. I think so. Something like that.
Huh.
But yeah.
Solar power.
Solar power.
Do you know how solar power works?
It just sucks up the sun because the.
Jesus Christ! I know that, but I mean like the specific thing of it.
No, not really.
No. Okay, what do you know about?
So I just know that the solar panel is black and sun goes to black. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. And then it like makes it hot and then it creates energy.
Okay.
Jakey's dying on the side.
Jeez. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, what do you know besides like anything? Any concept of
I don't know about energy, man. I just
do you know anything about anything?
I know stuff about. I know about Buddhism.
Okay. Oh, let's go
And
this.
Taoism.
Okay, what's Taoism?
It's not Taoism. So Taoism is like Buddhism except older, and it originated in China in the Wudang Mountains, and it stayed in China in the Wudang Mountains for its entire life, and it's probably like almost twice as old as Buddhism, so it's really old and ancient. And it was started by this dude named Lao Tzu, and he was like a monk, and I think he was a Confucianist monk,
okay.
Which is another one of the big languages, and
I thought Confucianism is like a way of life in China.
it is, yeah. It's like it's the biggest religion in China aside from Buddhism. It probably was at the time, but Lao Tzu, like, I think I heard one story from a YouTuber who lived in the Wudang Mountains for a while, that like the entire culture was built around Tai Chi, which is a form of martial arts, and that was built to like keep the like raiders and people that would like attack the monasteries away, because the Shaolin monks did not exist yet. The Japanese were kind of like killing Chinese people, so they were gonna take their forms of fighting from them, and yeah, all that stuff. But like, I think they just made it for that. I don't know if that's a true story, but and then after that they slowed the Tai Chi down, and made it, instead of like a fighting practice, like a way of meditation and mindfulness, and then Taoism is formed. There's no like, if you think Buddhism isn't a religion, then Taoism is like 5 times like less of a religion than that. Because
What's the difference between Buddhism and Taoism?
there aren't much differences. There's one. Taoism had a large effect on the Chinese government for a long time. Like a couple emperors in a row were Taoist, and so later there's like poems that are written for all of the like to like tell Taoists how to live, I guess, just like the Buddhist like the Buddhist books or the Bible or all those texts. It was like that, and the later ones were written by emperors that were Taoist, and it talks more about like leading and being powerful, and in Buddhism it talks more about like mindful and like everybody equal. And so that's one difference. And there's like probably a couple others I don't know, because I don't know everything about both of them, but yeah.
Do you know about China at all?
I do.
Like Asia, China, like the like how like the family structure and all that, like how the elders are supposed to be like the highest in power, and that they pretty much have a say in the entire family, and you're supposed to like respect whoever's older of you, like your older brother or something like that. And did you know that parents can kill their kids if they weren't if they disobeyed them? They were legally allowed to kill their own kid. It's pretty messed up. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But now, like, of course, they obviously don't do that, but they're still usually pretty strict on their kids.
Yeah.
In Asian culture. So.
Yeah, I know. My Chinese teacher at school said like that she was like told locked down. She was a good student supposedly, but she was like talked down to even if she did anything like stay out past curfew or whatever. I don't know, that was like far worse because if me and like I stay out past curfew, my parents are like, can you come home on the right time next time? And I'm like, sure. And I don't, and I mean it's kind of unhealthy probably, but like it's not as strict as it was for my teacher.
Okay, changing gears slightly. What do you think college is gonna be like?
College, I'm nervous as hell.
Wait, why?
But I'm just because I've always been nervous about everything, but I don't know. I'm just scared about making friends because I'm going to CSU, and I only know 2 people that are going there, Jacob and then a girl from my school. And I'm leaving all my other friends. They're either going other places or like all that. And so I'm just like nervous that I'm not gonna fit in because I never really fit in school very well.
Well, the thing
I've
that
always just kind of done my own thing, but
yeah,
there's a difference between 3,000 people, like however many.
there's a lot. There's they have doubled the CU's population. I think CU is like 10,000, so they have like 20,000 kids. But the thing is that, well, at least they said it's probably recommended like just join a club, whatever that may be, and they don't have to be sports or anything. You can just join like biology club or whatever you're into. And they even have like the club for like horses and just anything pretty much anybody's into, and stuff like that. And also like there's like counselors and stuff.
Yeah.
Like are feeling a certain way that can help you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But you're living on campus, right?
Yeah, I will be on campus.
In one bedroom thing?
No, I'm gonna do one bedroom thing, but with 2 people.
Oh, in the same room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm also scared about that. Like, what if I get like a person that's polar opposites from me? Because I'm mostly calm. I guess I want to be humble, but like mostly calm.
Oh, I feel like a crazy roommate that like parties all the time.
Don't do drugs or like party at all. I never been to a party.
Well, this thing, I had a crazy roommate. I mean, it kind of sucked. But
yeah,
I mean, you can always just change your roommates too.
Oh, really?
If it's like really that bad, you just like send in a request or something like that.
Yeah,
they'll probably accommodate.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Wait, how do you feel like if you lived off campus, like eventually, in something like maybe your junior year or something like that?
I think that would be similar, but I mean, like if I'm living off campus, I'd probably be with like somebody I know, because we're not just gonna live off campus with random people. I think that's not that kind of person. But if I did, I think it would probably be a little bit nicer, but it would still be weird. Also, because I've never lived like outside of the house that we're in right now. Like we've always been here. I've always been with my parents, and so it's just gonna be like a big change.
Well, even that for the dorm though, isn't that gonna be a big change because you're living like kind of by yourself?
Yeah,
well, not by yourself,
and so I guess maybe living off campus would probably not be like as big of a change, but it would be a change.
Oh, yeah. You have to like pay rent. And shit like that.
I don't know. I guess that's how adulting works, or whatever you want to call it.
Adulting's just scary.
Yeah, I don't really.
Are you gonna work at CSU?
So work?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think I will the first year, but because I'm doing like natural resources and forest and all that shit, so we're gonna go into the mountains and like be at the mountain campus and all that.
Which there's 2 campuses.
There's like a mountain campus, and it's like in State Forest State Park.
Okay.
It's cool. State Forest.
But it's still part of the main campus, right?
Yeah.
Well, how far is it from it?
It's across the Continental Divide, so it's like an hour and a half drive.
From CSU?
Fort Collins, yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we've been there before. Not you, but like I've been there. It's like State Forest State Park is like this big Colorado state park, and it's the only place where you can still find naturally occurring bobcats. It has the highest black bear and Pumbaa population, I think, or mountain lion population. I think. Did the recording stop?
Yeah. Oh, we have the video of that.
Okay, that's all right.
I don't really know why it stopped. Okay.
Well, shoot. And it's like one of the most unpopulated parts of the state too. So like, there's one town, and that town had a movie. We went to it, and that town had a movie theater, 2 gas stations,
Oh, it's like the
and
town
a
I'm living in.
population of 1,500.
It's like the town I'm living in.
Wait, where?
Well,
Oh yeah,
in Arizona.
Arizona.
Because there's a city called Benson. They pretty much only have a movie theater and 2 gas stations, and that's about it. And then you can go to Phoenix, but that's like an hour and a half or so away.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably have to ride my bike to Benson because it's like a 6-mile bike ride. So I'll just ride my bicycle all the way to.
That's a long bike ride.
Yeah, it's like 12 miles because I had to go there and just get groceries or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what are you gonna do over the summer, mate?
I'm not gonna do anything. I feel like it stopped again.
Oh, I stopped it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna use the computer because this is shit, bro.
I'm gonna make podcasts.
Can
Make
distant podcast.
long boring videos.
Oh, you could teach. You should do like a teaching series of how to do something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you could get like Ben to like do the camera thing, and you guys can edit it to like a little thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You could have a green screen. That'd be so
green
cool.
Screen. I want a green screen. So,
There's one on Amazon.
There's-
$30.
there's a guy named Tinged Anime. He's an anime YouTuber, and his videos are him just sitting on the floor with a green screen behind him, and he just plays random videos, like the videos he wants, where he's talking about like whatever anime he's talking about, and he just like plays the clips behind him, and he's just sitting there and talking like crisscross
the anime?
applesauce,
You
just
talk
talking
about
about the anime. Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
yeah, it's really fun.
Well, you could do like one thing like where you're standing like upright, and like maybe you're doing like a voiceover of like how to do the trick. Like you can like, show the trick, and then like have you just be like skip with your hand or whatever you do. I don't know.
Catch the board like this.
Yeah, catch the board like this and turn upside down.
Yeah. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I have a lot of things ordered from Amazon. That's all I know. I have like 5 packages coming. And my Butters decal that's like 30 inches wide by like 20. It's coming late. Because the UPS guy doesn't know what he's doing. And he's somewhere with my package. So.
With my package?
So I'm gonna upset about that.
Upset?
Yes.
You gotta be mindful, man.
I can still be upset. I'm still disappointed in the UPS guy. I just want my Butters decal, man.
Oh, I've got a question for you. So, we have a friend named Maya, and she doesn't have Snapchat, YouTube, literally like anything. She just has a phone, and that's it. And so, do you think she would do a podcast episode? Or
Well, we don't know where she is.
episode? Well, yeah. But I'm guessing she's in California with her mom.
Oh. Well, she's not answering her text or anything.
Or calls, yeah. I know.
So how the hell are we getting?
I don't know. I'm hoping she would come back.
Well, maybe when she comes back, we can do like a distant podcast because I'll be in Arizona. I'm
just like a video, a call, and you're just like on the phone right there.
Yeah. Be virtual.
That would be pretty good.
Wait, where are you going with that?
Oh, I was just wondering if she would do a podcast episode with us.
Maybe. We could ask her.
Probably not.
Why not? She can talk
she
about
just like
weird ideas.
She has so many. She is. If you want to talk about philosophy, she's the person you should talk to.
What about clouds? Clouds are pretty cool.
Yeah, clouds too, and like perspective. I don't even know.
Ants.
She just like.
Or ants.
Yeah,
too.
ants.
Cool.
She loves ants too much.
Ants are kind of cool though. They like they communicate with each other without obviously having a language, but they just use pheromones and I don't know what else they use actually. There's no pheromones. To like communicate and be like, because like if one
like clicks, I think. That's
oh, was that with their antennas or something? No. Because like if an ant's like in trouble, I think they can like make some like pheromone thing, and then the other ants can like rescue stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've seen a video of that.
And they also they like hoard, like they have a pheromone they hoard together.
To like build up.
Yeah. To like climb and all that.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I read this one like fact that if all the ants like work together, they could just take over humanity.
Yeah.
Like
also, if every single animal on Earth was the size of a dog, including humans,
Okay.
like relatively the size of a dog, the ant would be the strongest, fastest, and I don't know, I guess most powerful and strongest are the same thing, but the strongest and fastest animal on Earth. Because an ant can hold something like a leaf that's 3 times its body weight and body size, like pretty easily.
Yeah. Imagine if we could do that. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
Like carry like 300 pounds like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Like bees can do the same thing, but it's also because, like, I guess that.
But
would
how do
really,
they do it though? Wait, is there a way that we could take like their DNA and put it like whatever gives them that ability to like
I
do
think
3 times their weight?
it's just their size, though.
But is there a way we can put that into us? Isn't that like some kind of?
Maybe. I think. Well, it's a different thing because they're invertebrates and we're not. Or no. Wait. No, they're not invertebrates.
Yeah, they're
we
not.
are invertebrates.
So they don't have a spine.
They have like the exoskeleton.
Well, what if we just remove our spine and then just have an exoskeleton? Can we do that? Is that possible?
Dude, that's like the next level of human engineering.
That'd be so cool. Just have cyborg people just like
That are like indestructible.
Well, that's what I was thinking about. Like, what if like someone like, well, I know people are born like without their arms or legs. Like, what if they just like had somebody that was just had like full of like metal like legs or
that would
mechanical legs and like arms? They would be like.
That would be really cool.
Like if they played baseball or something, they would just
they would be so much
ass.
stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd just be so.
That would like, I feel like that would trigger a whole new era of like racism, because these people that are like genetically and physically and everything better,
Oh yeah,
like they're stronger, faster, smarter probably, and then the regular humans like us, like then that would just create like, oh, they're better, we suck, and that kind of thing. Just like, but also it would be cool, like it's just human engineering.
What about Japan?
Japan.
You said you wanted to go to Japan.
I do. I love Japan.
It's cool.
It's just, I love anime a lot, and I love Buddhism, not as much, but still a lot. And Zen Buddhism, I think, maybe, I don't know. I think Buddhism is one of the largest, or Zen Buddhism is one of the largest religions in Japan, and that would be cool. And then also manga and anime is from Japan. And Tokyo is the largest city, and I've always wanted to like, go to a bigger city, because Denver is like big, but it's not the biggest city ever.
What about like New York City?
I also want to go there. I want to go to like.
I feel like that'd be overwhelming though, just with all the people and like cars and stuff. Like, how do you cross the road? That just sounds scary.
I don't know. It's just like, you know, but Tokyo itself, just like the city, the CBD itself, or
CBD?
What's it called? Like, city
traffic
business center, CBC. I don't, whatever. Like the main part of the city is like the 20th largest city. Like if you just count that, but if you count, but if you count all the surrounding cities, like everything just combined, then Tokyo is the biggest by far, because everything is so spread out. And yeah.
Well, why do you like Japan?
And also, I like just there's a YouTuber named Luis Mora, and he's just a couple of his videos. You just like see the people walking across the street or whatever, and it like flows like a river. Like maybe that's the same in New York City, but like people just like they're like crossing the streets and everything when the light turns and all that, and it's just like a flow of people, just like water, like through the roads.
Is it because there's so many people that are just look like waves or something?
Yeah, and like people learn how to walk. Like there's a different way to live in like a big city.
And also like they use like the right side of the stairs, like they don't fall and stuff. Like when people go up this side of the stairs. And
I think that's only Japan, because they just have such a respectful culture.
Oh.
But should we cut it? I don't know if you want. Are you done talking?
I was to talk.
I was gonna say something else, but I forgot.
Oh,
and then you brought up Japan. So. I would also like to just meet the skaters from Japan. There's a lot of really good skaters from Japan.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Don't you have to learn Japanese though, or do they speak English?
Japanese.
Is Japanese really hard to learn?
I thought, but I'm learning Chinese, so, and like I know that the numbers in Japanese and Chinese are the same, or like mostly.
But don't you have to learn like the written language and then the...
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, I know the symbols from Chinese came from like drawings that they used to be like.
Yeah.
I think for man it looks like just like dude, but they changed it now.
Man is just like this.
Yeah,
Just
something like that.
Big. And then 1, 2, and 3 is just 1 line, 2 lines, and 3 lines. So
Yeah.
in Chinese. In Japanese maybe, yeah. But yeah. I don't know. You want to close it out?
I guess so. I think we're done.
Cool.
All right, y'all. That was episode 1 of
Y'all.
6.5 feet. Join us next time on
Yeah.
episode 2.
Next week, we're just gonna keep talking about the same random stuff.
Yeah.
Have a conversation. There you go. Hopefully it was fun.